beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
What up, y'all? Happy Friday. Sorry. My bad. Happy Friday. What's up? How y'all doing? Oh, girl, wait. I'm about to end the whole stream on mistake. How y'all doing? Happy Educational Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. Get on in here. I hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas if you celebrated. If not, I hope Thursday was good for you. I hope you got rest or did whatever it was y'all needed to do. Happy Friday, y'all. We coming up on the new year. Happy Friday. I do know that the actual new year starts at the end of winter, which is like spring. However, for this, since that we're talking, it is the end of the year, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all now. Y'all go get y'all the resolutions and all that. I never did it. I tried it one time with working out and I realized it was cap. But don't wait till the new year to do your resolution or to create one. All a resolution is just a decision to change some behavior. Make you a resolution all year round, okay? And I was supposed to come back and go live yesterday, but I decided to just go out and see if I could find a restaurant that was open. And let me tell y'all something. I found the one restaurant that was open was Red Lobster. Let me tell you what I believe and what I feel is what I know. That food in there is not real meat. I just went in there, okay? The chicken, that ain't real. Listen, I don't know if they print that chicken. I don't know if they made it out of plastic. I don't know what that was, but I'm telling you now, I went to Red Lobster yesterday. That meat ain't real. I said what I said. I don't never go to Red Lobster. I don't like frozen. I never liked Red Lobster because I'm from New Orleans. People who from a place where you get fresh seafood, we typically don't like going to places that have freeze-dried seafood or, prepackaged seafood or whatever the case. So I don't go to places like Red Lobster and stuff like that. The only reason I went into Red Lobster because that was literally the only restaurant that was open. And I'm going to tell you what I know to be a fact. When I put that meat in my mouth, that ain't real meat. I don't know if they printed it. I don't know if they made it out of plastic. I don't know if they made it out of the air. I don't know what they did. But I'm telling you now, I didn't try. And this is the worst part. I picked the chicken because I didn't want to deal with the fake shrimp. I picked the chicken to avoid the fake seafood and got fake chicken. Man, watch out. And it was packed in them. And them people was just eating down. But you know what, though? I don't eat out a lot. And plus, I'm still conditioned to... And plus, the food we buy in the grocery store is just as bad. So I'm not trying to act like I'm eating better. Because who knows what we buying out of these grocery stores. Let's really talk about it. However, there must be levels to how fake this meat is. Because I bit through that chicken yesterday. That wasn't chicken. I don't care what nobody says. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't chicken. And I got the chicken to avoid the fake shrimps and lobster and still ran into fake chicken. Girl, it's scary out here. Happy New Year's, though. Happy Merry Christmas and all of that. Happy holidays. Happy winter solstice. Y'all get on in here. Get the likes up on the video. Y'all know how it is. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Shout out to all my members. Also, y'all check out the store if y'all want to get cop some merch or whatever. I do have a store up. I also wanted to say this. Before we get into that, every day, please make sure you're tapping in. Please, every day, make sure you're tapping in. Whether you believe there's a God, whether you believe the God is outside of you or inside of you, tap in. Okay? Meditate, ground, pray, whatever it is you need to do to tap back into yourself, do it. Take 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes a day away from your devices, from your smartphones, your watches, your phones, all of it. Take 10 to 15 minutes or however long you can stand it away from these devices and just be. I promise you it's gonna change your life. Even if you don't know what to do in the moment, just be. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna make your attention span better. It's gonna make your thought patterns better. It's gonna make your decision making better. It's just gonna help you. So just try it. You ain't got nothing else going on. Listen, we all glued to our phones. Me too. We all glued to our phones. However, I'm starting to get unglued to it because I'm spending more and more time away from it. And I'm starting to see the more time I spend away from it, the more I'm starting to observe other people. And it's scary, y'all. It's scary. It looks scary out here in these streets. And anyways, y'all make sure y'all tapping in. Make sure you please are tapping in, meditate, ground, and also do your genealogy. Black America, if we are to get our reparations, if we are to get made right what was done wrong to us and our ancestors, the only way to do that is through genealogy. You have to do a genealogy. All it is a family tree to find out where you go up in your lineage. And who you are or who the people are that came before you. This is how we're going to go back and get the land. This is how we're going to go back and get the money. This is how we're going to go back and get the resources. This is how we're going to go back and get everything. Paperwork, okay? Also, buy land, and this is a good message too. Yes, take a break and read. Child, speaking of reading, y'all children don't know how to write Spanish. Mine don't either. Y'all children don't know how to write in cursive. And I talked to my daughter the other day and asked her if she still knew how to write in cursive. She was like, I think so. And I'm like, what? Well, I can sign my name. Huh? So I told her she needs to start writing and practicing to write in cursive. Why? Because a lot of all the laws, all of the old treaties, all of that stuff is written in what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? In cursive. These children can barely formulate a sentence online. So please, if you know how to write in cursive, teach your children, your grandchildren, your neighbor's children. Things like that are going to be very, very valuable. Listen, because we're going into this machine age. The things that we take advantage of, we take for granted. Those are going to be the things that are so valuable. I swear to God. Listen to me. And I think that's a bad thing to swear to God, but he get what I'm saying. He know what I'm saying. The things that we don't find value in are going to be the things that are the most valuable. And the things that we find all the value in are going to be the things that we find no value in. For instance, think about the world of celebrity. All of those people we thought were high and mighty, we don't give a damn about no more. These people are hanging on to their little fan bases, but for the most part, the average person walking don't give a damn about no celebrity. We just don't. Everything that the world is shifting, okay? And because the world is shifting, things that was once here are going to go here, kind of like the Libra scales. But instead of them balancing, they're going to balance, obvious. But then at some point, they're going to tip in the favor of the least of those. Let's just go there, okay? So with that being said, the most valuable things are going to be the things that the least of those carry. Meaning intellect, wisdom, writing, reading. I'll give you a better one. Comprehension. Ooh, woo. Comprehension going, oh, Lord. I don't even want to go there. Listen, these things are going to have value. If your children are to survive, because it's not about you, we grown. We could figure it out. And we got to start that mindset too to break these generational curses. Once we become grown, we are able and capable of figuring life out through its ups, downs, bad, goods, and all of that. We need to start shifting our mindset to worry about our children, okay? We know how to write in cursive. They taught us how to write in cursive. So with that being said, we need to be sitting down with our children and sitting down with anybody who don't to teach them how to read, for those of us who know how to read and comprehend, not just understand how to pronounce words. But for those of us who know how to read, comprehend, and also write in cursive. Understand these old treaties. Understand these old laws. Understand the way they write laws today and versus what they did. All this stuff is going to be where the value lies. These are going to be the people that you're going to be coming to get your information. The truth. Because I'm telling you, we're going to come up on a time like Elon said yesterday, we're going to be relying mostly on AI. AI, according to Elon, AI is going to anticipate what AI believes you think you want to know. I sure hope y'all were here yesterday. I get it. It was Christmas. I'm not even going to go there. But Elon Musk did an interview and he said AI in the future, mind you, he said this is between the next 5 and 6 years. He said, in the future, you won't need a phone. You'll be able to connect just you to whatever AI posts, and it will give you anything you want in your sphere. So, like, it's almost like you'll be able to, like, have stuff in the air. But the thing is, just like Google gives you what Google thinks you should know or want to know, AI is going to dictate what it wants you to know. And the people with the wisdom, the people with the knowledge, the people with those things that we all took for granted, those are going to be the most valuable people. Be a valuable person. Make your children valuable. Do not make them one amongst the fray. Do not let yourself become one amongst the fray. Become a person of value so that you can always survive, so that you not only that you can survive, your generations beyond you can survive. Be a person of value. This is Educational Friday. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Come on in. We got a little show today. Come on in. Stay out of Red Lobster, man. And let me tell you something about Red Lobster, too, before we move on. I noticed recently, didn't they have that black boy go over there and make a whole bunch of seafood barrels? Because I opened up the menu, and the whole middle of the menu was all them damn seafood barrels. And I knew one thing I saw. When it was a black-looking person, because I don't know, when it was a black-looking person advertising seafood barrels, I said, they want niggas in there. That's what I said. I said, they want niggas in there. From the black dude CEO to the seafood barrels, I said they trying to get niggas in there. Now, I done went in there, and they over there giving y'all printed meat off the 3D machine. Allegedly, if I were you, I would stay the hell up out of there. If I were you, I would stay the hell up out of there. And the drinks ain't good either. So there's that. Because I really went to get a drink and chew on a little something. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody husband. Not on Christmas, girl. But no, I really went in there to get a little something. And then I was like, oh, they got the cheddar biscuits. Because I hadn't been, he's Nigerian. There you go. Thank you, Callie Nola. One thing about Callie Nola, she's going to always come with the receipts. Thank you, Callie Nola. And this is the crazy part. It makes all the sense in the world because I told y'all the Nigerians have infiltrated the term black. When you look up stuff for purchase or anything, you look black, it's going to say it's black, but it's going to be Nigerians behind it. You know, the mystery Africans. I told y'all about them yesterday. But look, this is what I'm saying. I knew something was up when they put that black dude up there and had them all on social media advertising them damn seafood barrels. I'm telling you now, I know they say you can make the biscuits at home. I'm going to have to learn how to make them because that's the only thing made me, well, no, that was the only thing open. I was going. I ain't going to lie. I had bought a frozen pizza and I had looked at my refrigerator and said, girl, do you really want to sit up here and eat a frozen pizza? I said, girl, please let something be open. And Red Lobster is one thing. But I'm telling y'all now, that meat tastes like, because I don't know it to be a fact. It's funny they get that Nigerian in there to look black because that's what they do. I told y'all that black word to look black and play black, but he ain't. I don't believe that's real meat, bro. That shit, even, first of all, when I chewed it, it was literally like chewing on, you know how meat, when you chew it, it breaks up in your mouth or it breaks up between your teeth. If y'all understand what I'm saying to you, for those of you who understand, when you typically chew meat, especially like chicken, we all black, we done all ate chicken. You feel what I'm saying? We done all had a leg, a thigh, a wing, and then ate a piece of chicken. Typically, when you chew on chicken, it breaks up between your teeth. It breaks up in your mouth. It doesn't have a rubbery consistency. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all are tracking, because I don't want to make it. I sometimes have a hard time expressing what goes on in my brain so you can understand it. But typically, when you think about eating a chicken from anywhere, it's typically you bite it, it breaks up in your mouth. It's cool. This chicken was literally like chewing gum. It was like rubber, my nigga. Rubber. And that's what made me look down and cut in it. Then when I cut in it, thinking that, okay, if I cut in it, the chicken look gonna shred, like break a piece. That shit was looking like that fake ass salmon they be selling down in the Walmart. Man, listen to me and listen. God, the ancestors must have told me go in there so I can come in and tell y'all. That's what it was. The ancestors must have told me go in there so you can see this meat, so you can come back in here and tell these niggas on Instagram, and not Instagram, on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. But I'm telling y'all now, I don't know it to be a fact. I don't believe that's no real meat. I'm more than willing to put my neck on the chopping board. That ain't real meat. Without a doubt. Stay out of Red Lobster, y'all. Please stay out of Red Lobster. Anytime they over there advertising hard, stay up out of there. Hold on, who this is? Hello? My bad. That's the infomercial people calling me back to back, girl. I'm so tired of these people. But anyway, yeah, stay up out of there. Stay up out of there. So let's get into the show, y'all. We have a show today. We're going to talk about, remember we talked about the little clear kid, Tylor Chase, who was on drugs. We got to update y'all. He done trashed the hotel room and left them people stuff all messed up. We going to get into that. Cardi B spends Christmas alone. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but how can I be when I had nobody? We gonna get into it. We also got Mendecees, Collateral. He done finally came out and admitted what we all knew. Him and Yandy, San Diego ain't never been married. Duh. But now we find out they really done broke up, and he probably out there having freak-offs all through America. Who knows? Who knows? Then we're going to talk about the update of Noah's Ark. Y'all remember the African Noah from yesterday, who had all them Africans flying in from all over to get on the ark because he said it was going to flood? Well, after it didn't flood yesterday, my boy turned into a whole celebrity. Famous. What's up? That nigga walking around Ghana like he walking on water. You feel me? Everybody all up on him. I said, what? Yay. Uh-huh. And this the worst part. We can sit here and throw stones and say them people crazy all day and all night. But I see the same stuff happen over here. We gonna get into it. Y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Welcome to the morning, Joce. I am your host, not a hoe. Your host, okay? And we do this Monday through Friday. So y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel so y'all can pull up on the Joce as we always do, okay? Now, before we do that, I want to get into something really quickly. I saw this. Oh, we got to get into Nicki being exposed. That girl, they pulling up all Nicki old stuff, girl. They pulling up all Nicki old stuff when she was dragging for the Republicans. Then Nicki done turned around to cuss somebody out, girl. Cuss somebody out. He came up there and was criticizing Trump. Nicki went off on him. I said, oh yeah, she's really going. She's really going. So y'all come on in here. Nicki and Cardi is not having a good season. So for all the Barty gang that was laughing at Nicki, I don't want y'all to get on here and act like your girl is doing well. But I saw this. This is a very good discussion, and I want to know what y'all think about it. So this lady does this video, and she was talking about why Christmas don't feel the same no more. And I'm going to tell you my personal experience as a grown-ass woman who experiences Christmas normally like a child, because I'm like a big-ass kid when it comes to Christmas. I saw Christmas this year, but I didn't get to experience it. Now, in my defense, or in the defense of what I'm saying, I went through a lot. Between August and December, I have gone through what most people wouldn't be able to survive. I'll say that. So that could be kind of what's kind of, messing up my Christmas experience. However, when it comes down to children, this lady made this video and she spoke about how children today literally get all and everything they want. She was talking about how back in the day we had more of an appreciation for things because we only got gifts during certain times of year. Really, you only got a gift for your birthday and Christmas. Let's really be clear. If you grew up in the 90s and beyond, you only got gifts 2 times in 1 year. Your birthday and Christmas. Okay? You got 2 days out of 365 to choose what you want and hope your mama got enough money to get it. Okay? That's your birthday and Christmas. But nowadays, we give so much to our children that first of all, there's no appreciation for Christmas. And then when you look at how much we give on Christmas, are the children even enjoying it? Are they even getting the Christmas spirit, or at least the experience of getting gifts? And how does that affect these children in life? Because if a child doesn't understand that certain things are gifts and not required to give to them, then that turns them into spoiled brats. And these, like I told y'all, them YNs that's terrorizing the neighborhood, get me up here because I don't want nobody to ever mistake this. We have 2 types of children that are going to be the detriment to our society. On one side, it's the violent side. That's the YNs. That's the ones running through the neighborhoods with the switch. They robbing people's houses. They robbing people's cars. They doing all types of stuff. And then there's another set of children that is literally going to tear down us as a generation and as a people if we don't get it intact. That's the spoiled kids. That's all of us Black American parents who's done better than our parents, who's done extremely well, and all we've done is shove gifts and things down the throats of these children. We are creating monsters who will not have any productive skills to add to the world. They probably won't have social skills. They'll probably be awkward. They'll probably suffer depression. They won't understand gifts. They won't understand work or hard work. You are going to literally create monsters. Okay? So I don't want people who think because your child isn't out robbing and stealing that you're creating a better situation. If you create a child that has no value system, then you're creating just the same as the child who's out there robbing and stealing, okay? All right? I don't want people to feel like certain people can point a finger. We all can point a finger at ourselves for something. But the way to fix this is the only way to fix this, I'm sorry. The only way to fix this is through change, behavior, and acknowledgement. Felicia Renee, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. I ain't even turned on my thing. Let me see who got them. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. Who got these gifts? Bikini Body Challenge. Shay Smiles, a bitch they winning. Brown Eyes 4461 and Brittany Thompson. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all thank Felicia Renee for gifting 5 memberships. Shout out to y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to get into this video, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Because, again, sometimes, not all, sometimes we love our children to death. And I know that's a saying that we think is cute. But when you love your children to death, you literally love them to their detriment. Let's get into it. I want to know what y'all think. Get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. And shout out to all of y'all if you're new to the channel. And shout out to all of y'all in the building, period.
I have been racking my brain trying to figure out why Christmas just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. And for the last 2 weeks, I could not put a finger on it. And then today I thought about it. When I was growing up, we didn't get gifts all year round. We got gifts sporadically throughout the year, right? You got something for Valentine's Day, just a little small thing, a little razzle dazzle, just to make sure that you knew that you were loved. You got something every now and again when you made good grades, because good grades, that's your responsibility. You got something for your birthday. And then when Christmas time was coming around, you had that Christmas catalog. You go through it and you circle it. Then you write the list of Santa. And you pray to God that Santa got the stuff that was on your Christmas list, or even something close to it. Nowadays, these kids get gifts all year round. So much so to the point that you have nothing to buy them on Christmas. Our generation has outdone this. Well, I'm going to give my kids the life that I never had. So much so that we've taken the creativity, the imagination, the anticipation. We've taken all of that out of Christmas. And now, at my big grown age, I'm sitting up here Christmas shopping last night. And I'm like, what do I buy these kids? Because they have everything that's already on the shelf. So I turn around and I say, hey, what do y'all want for Christmas? My son looks me dead in the eye. He says, I want some slime. and I want a red cup to drink water out of. So I'm saying all this to say, if y'all see 2 to 3 gifts under my Christmas tree, mind your business. Because I got exactly what they asked for. A cup and some slime, a box, and a robot vacuum.
So this is my take on it. And this is just me. This is just my take on it, y'all. This is where I think we as parents have to take responsibility, and where sometimes our good intentions end up bad, right? Take Christmas off the table. What the lady said was very telling. We buy and give our children so much that they really don't have anything to look forward to. It's almost like children nowadays, not all, because everybody's children are like that. But there are a lot of children nowadays, they don't get excited for much because so much is given to them so often that there's nothing to be excited for. So when a lady say it's come down to Christmas and she thinking, what can I get these kids? She's like, but there's nothing I could think of because there's everything on the shelf. That means you're overgiving. I know when we was younger, we thought it was mean and horrible that our parents didn't buy us gifts 365 days out of the year. I know a lot of us suffering PTSD from the whole situation of my mama couldn't afford the best tennis shoes, so I had to go to Payless, or I had to wear LA Gears with the lights on the bottom. And I vowed when I got older, I'm going to make sure my child have the new shoes. Or, oh, my mama didn't have the best house, so I vowed when I got older, I'm going to make sure I go in debt and kill myself to get a big old house to flunk. All of that. All of these things, the intentions are made with good intentions, or these things were set with good intentions in place. However, they turned out to be detriments to our children because they have everything. They're ungrateful. A lot of children are ungrateful. They don't know the value of nothing. So then when Christmas come around, you wonder why most children don't give a damn about Christmas? Because shit, what's the difference between December 25th and all the other 364 days out of the year outside of the Christmas tree? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is another thing too. Oh, I'm glad you said that, melanin running through my veins, because this is the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the parents competing with each other. That's the biggest problem. Parents competing with each other. I seen it happen with the prom. All them parents spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for these entrances that ain't had nothing to do with the child. It's parents competing with each other. So when you come down to Christmas and you come down to all of this and they putting up all this stuff on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all this stuff, it's all to say, I'm doing better than you. But what I'm saying is, while you're saying that message, on the flip side of that message, you're creating an unproductive monster that's literally going to just be probably ended up spoils of the world and the system. They'll probably end up in slavery. Because they'll be dependent on any and everything. You know what I'm saying? And they won't have a value system. I think that we need to check that. I know for me and mine, I made her go to work. Yeah, you got to go get a job. No, you don't have to get a job, but you need to go get a job. You want money to blow? Go work. Yeah. Go work at Papa John's. Go take the piece and flip it around on your hand like the clear man do. Yeah, you got to go down there, 16, 17. And my baby was a full-time basketball player in high school. But guess what? They had about a 6-week off break. She had to go to work. Man, what is you saying? Yay. I had a job at 16. You got to go to work, baby. You got to go to work. Yes, ma'am. You ain't got to pay no bills, but you got to go to work. Yeah, you want to go to the vending machine at school? You want to go to Chick-fil-A after school? You got to go to work. Yeah. She got the college. Everybody, it made me feel away. I ain't going to lie. And I'm going to be honest and transparent to y'all. It made me feel the way at 16 I couldn't buy her no car. All her friends was getting cars. It really made me feel some way at graduation from high school. I couldn't buy her no car. Hell, I was worse off at 18 than I was at 16. I felt the way. It made me feel the way that I sent my daughter off to college her first year and she didn't have no vehicle. All her friends had vehicles. But you know what I told her though? I said, you know what, bro? I said, I went to school and I ain't had no vehicle, bro. A lot of people go to school and they don't have vehicles. I said, I'm going to be honest and transparent with you. I can't afford it. I said, I can't afford it. I said, but what I will say is you're going to get the real college experience, figuring out how to get back and forth to class. No, seriously, figuring out how to get back and forth to class, figuring out how to get back and forth to practice, making friends, finding a friend with a car. Hey, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Find you a friend who got a car, become good friends with that person, and that's going to solve at least 50% of your battles. Yes, we had that whole conversation. And you know what's crazy? When I was finally able to buy my baby a car last year, I was able to buy my baby a car, and I was able to pay damn near cash for it. I only financed a little bit to help with build her credit. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't even on mine. I'm building her credit. You get it? But you know what my baby told me, and that's why I say I'm blessed and I'm lucky, man. Because I talk from a place of privilege. Because I have a wonderful child. I ain't trying to brag on nothing, but I'm gonna just be honest. You know what my baby told me? She said, you know, Ma, when you told me, I felt hurt about it. She was like, but I understood. And this is the worst part. After we had the conversation at one time, her freshman year going into college about the call, she ain't never bothered me about the call ever since after that. I came to her about to call her senior year and was like, here, let's go get a call. But again, I come from a place of privilege. I actually have a child who actually cared about me as a mama. You feel what I'm saying? So when I told her, look, I don't have it struck something in my child to where she was like, I'm going to leave my mom alone about a call. I ain't worried about it. I'm going to catch a ride. I'm going to catch the bus. I'm going to do what I got to do. I know, I've seen it. I've witnessed it with people that I know and love. Most children are like that. So I speak from a place of privilege when I say that, but I'm saying all that to say, you got to instill them values in them children. You got to start them off knowing they got to work for things. Things ain't just given to you. There's a value system. Here, if you work this hard, this is what you get. You see what I'm saying? You got to start them off little. You can't start at 16, 17, not even 14, 15. They gone. You got to start them off little. So I'm just saying, like, all y'all having children and getting into this family situation. A lot of people creating babies is not just about making money. It's about understanding money and really teaching your child to have a value system. But let's move on. Shout out to y'all in the building. Stop going to the vending machine for your babies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't let them artificially inseminate you. Do not let them take your eggs and put them in the freezer. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Now, I want to give y'all an update. Y'all remember that clear boy, Tylor Chase? We talked about him yesterday. Tylor Chase is the little kid. He was the little kid from Disney. Let me see. I can go pull him up. He was the kid from Disney. He was found homeless and on drugs. And what else they say? Homeless on drugs. He was bipolar and all types of stuff. He went viral because people were seeing him all on the internet. And his co-star from the Disney show actually saw him and decided that he would go out and help him. So he found him. He found him a hotel and everything. Found him a place to stay. Hooked him up with everything that he needed: food, shelter for the holidays. And everybody was like, cool. Well, fast forward, the guy has come back with an update since and said that he got a call from the hotel. Tylor, whatever his name, has I'm sorry, I was finding the video. Tylor has messed up the hotel, trashed the room, and all that stuff. And we're gonna get into it, y'all. Like the video. Here's the video originally of him finding Tylor and helping him, and then we're gonna get into the update, y'all. Like the video.
A lot of you guys are concerned about Tylor Chase this holiday season, and I just wanted to give you an update. Sean Weiss and his team put a lot of effort into trying to get him into a hospital last night, and I thought it worked. His dad told me it worked, but it turns out he kind of backed out.
Was yours the cheese?
So today I went to have pizza with him. It was delicious. Shout out Blaze Pizza.
Yeah. Cheese, you can have the cheese and now that's the way you eat a pizza right there. That's the way.
I also got to let him chat with his old friend Devin Werkheiser and my guy Nettie. So they couldn't get him into a car last night, and that's why they weren't able to get him to the hospital. But he trusted an old friend. Yeah, it's the holiday season. It's rainy out, and I just wanted him to have at least some basic accommodations. He wanted to stay local, and this was the only one that was open and accepting people. So here we are, man.
I'm going to come back and holler at you, man, and we'll talk more about trying to get that situation squared away so we can do the rehab or whatever we need to, okay?
Okay.
Give me a hug, man. Love you, brother. Love you, man. So happy to see you, dude.
Thank you. I'm so happy to see you as well.
You're the man, brother, and I believe in you, and we're going to win, bro. All we got to do is stay with it and keep working, dude.
So that was the original video. Other people had reached out to Tylor. The guy even mentioned that his family had tried to help him before, and they were not able to help him. But let me just say this. First of all, that's his co-star from back when they were kids. So a lot of people feel like, oh, it's the black dude helping the white dude. And I ain't gonna lie, originally that was my thought. But they have a history. It's different. Race goes out the window when you work with people and you care about them. And then some people don't care about race. So that's not the here nor there. I'm saying all that to say he stepped in to help his friend Tylor, right? And my thing is, when you're dealing with people who dealing with addiction, that's a rough time, because typically the only time the person is able to really get the help is when the person himself or herself seeks it. No matter how many outside sources come in to try to help people who suffer through addiction, it isn't until the person makes it up in their own mind that they finally get the help. And I know this brother came from a good place. I know this brother really saw a co-star messed up, jacked up, and really wanted to, help him out. But you still, at the end of the day, dealing with an addict. This is an addict we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take that into consideration. Addiction is an illness. It's a sickness. It's so much so that allegedly, they say, don't get me the line, they say that the powers that be use addiction in a lot of their products because they understand how powerful it is. The same thing they did to cigarettes. All of that nicotine and all that stuff, that's to add what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? That addictive part of it, right? So you think about the drugs that's coming in and out of America, even the legal ones. You got to know that they have these addictive things that are added to it to make people out of their mind. So it's not until Tylor himself decides that he wants to get help that he's going to actually get the help that he wants. So I want to get into the update of what the brother had to say, what happened when he left Tylor at that hotel, y'all. Like the video.
Into the hotel, and just that night, I receive a call from management. They're upset. The door is left open. Why is there a microwave in the tub? The refrigerator's turned over. I just feel so devastated. I'm at a loss. And his family told me that they had tried the hotel thing before and it didn't work. And of course, Dan, why did you assume that you were going to be able to, just fix this situation? I don't even think we should be at this point, guys. 3 nights ago, when we tried to get him to the hospital, the authorities should have. I don't understand how a system could be in place, right? We have all these social systems where help should be provided for these people facing mental health issues.
I want to be the person to rip the Band-Aid off. And I learned this the hard way. These systems that are put in place to help you are not here to help you. Yes, the buildings exist. Yes, people work at the buildings. Yes, the sign says, come here for help. Yes, the brochures when you sit in the waiting room talks about all the help that they can give you. But I'm telling you now, none of these systems that we see are designed to genuinely help. I'm not saying they don't help nobody, because I know it's going to go over a lot of people's head who don't understand how to comprehend words. I'm not saying that these places ain't never helped nobody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm telling you is when you figure it out, you're going to know why this is. These systems that are put in place to help the people are not actually there to help the people. They're there to do actually the total opposite. This is why when you're in your most direst need, you need the most help for everything, you go to these systems and typically what happens? They fail you. And you sit there and say, wait a minute, but I thought this system was put in place to help me. And you scratch your head and you cry, and you get angry and you get mad and you go off and you're making videos and you go on it and you're trying to figure it out. And it takes you just 5 seconds to be still, just 5 seconds to be still. And you will realize that's because the system was never put in place to help you from the beginning. You get it? There you go. Now, after you realize they wasn't put in place to help you, now you need to go discover why they were put in place. That's a whole other story.
Drug abuse issues, right? Taxpayers vote on this stuff. We got them into the hotel.
Hold on.
And just that night,
Sean Weiss and his team put a lot of effort in.
So basically, he said that Taylor, the same night, Tylor, whatever his name is, the same night, they got calls from the hotel that he had they put the microwave in the tub. He had them trash the hotel room. You also have to keep in mind that Tylor is dealing with mental health issues. He said himself that he was suffering from bipolar disorder. This is years ago, right? So when you add in the mental health issue, let's talk about the mental health system. Let's talk about the system of mental health. A lot of y'all don't understand it, but a lot of us do, because let's go with autism. Autism is a thing that's so common. I know when I was in a restaurant yesterday, this baby kept crying, and the man next to me just automatically said, oh, he probably has autism. And in my mind, I didn't hear or see anything different from just a regular toddler crying. But this man was giving me these facts from whatever he read, and he was like, oh yeah, because see, when a baby cry and they do this and they do that and they do that, this is autism. And I'm over here saying, wow. And this is a black kid. And I didn't realize so many children, which I knew, but I guess it's different when you could see it in person. I didn't realize how many of our children are affected by autism, which is another form of mental illness, right? Think about the system of mental health, right? They call it a system. They call it mental health, because the system is supposed to help you be healthy mentally. I have a nephew who suffered and who is still suffering, but not as much as he probably has in the past, but who suffered gravely from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and probably a few other things. And I understood all that medication that they gave him was worse and made him worse than what it did before he was even on the shit. Yeah, it calmed him down. It turned him into a damn zombie. And then he would say that the voices would get worse than they were before. It's in these moments you realize these systems are not here to help you, my love. They've never been here to help you. So when you reach to these systems in your dire need, in your worst times, in your moments, and you realize, oh snap, it ain't working, stop going back beating yourself in the head. Understand that they were never here to help you. And unfortunately, with Tylor dealing with probably drug addiction and mental health, he not going to get help until he ready to get help. And who knows, he may not ever be ready to get help. It's up to Tylor. But either way, when you do things from the heart and you do things because you genuinely want to help, you don't feel away. You just take it in stride and you understand. You find the lesson in it. Hey, everybody don't deserve help. Even sometimes the least of those, some of them don't deserve help. You know, I was listening to, who was it? I don't want to lie. I was listening to it this morning. I can't remember. But somebody said a person's laziness is the cause of their own demise. Somebody I heard say that online. That your own laziness is the cause of your young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh, that's who said it. He said, Laziness is the cause of your own demise. What does that mean? Sometimes people be having the knowledge to change things in their lives. Sometimes people be having the knowledge to change them, and they just refuse to because they're lazy. They're scared or whatever. But I don't know. It's just a random thought. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And with Tylor, he's gonna be ready to change when he's ready, or he may not ever be ready. Felicia Renee, like I said, thank you so much for gifting the 5 memberships. Who is this? Let me see. I can't see. Y'all like the video. Mimi Paternostro. I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hello everyone. Boo, I'm here listening at work. Shout out to you working, Boo. Get that money, honey, as you should. Leah Torres, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Courtney 2410, thank you for the super chat. Says, people are finding out that quality time with the loved ones is the reason for the season. We're healing. And that's the thing. Rather you believe in holidays, rather you believe in Christmas or Thanksgiving, one thing that I will say these holidays do bring for Black America, if you do them correctly, is a sense of family, something we don't have no more. I don't give a damn if you don't believe in Christmas. If them people was around there, if your family around there with something on the grill or they got something, take your ass around there and show your face. I get it. Some of us got family we trying to run from. I'm not talking to y'all. But I'm talking about y'all who just want to be, oh, I'm just so woke. You're so woke, you're depriving yourself of the things that you need. You need family. Not all. And they don't have to be your blood family sometimes, but you need others. You know what I'm saying? So it does bring the family together, and that's something we need. That's going to give us values too. Family brings a value system. That's why we don't have none, because we don't do values no more. Troy Elder, thank you so much for the super chat. Says he's from Nickelodeon, Ned Declassified. Yes, that's Tyler Chase. He's from the show Nickelodeon's Declassified. Ned's Declassified, I'm sorry. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says it's also spiritual. Addiction is demonic. Yes. Addicts literally don't have free agency over their minds. Imagine having a mind/body and not having control. That's exactly what addiction is. Yes, that's exactly what addiction is. And people got to be mindful of that. So addiction is an illness. And I used to be one of those people, and I still do feel the way. You make the first choice when you pick something up. But ultimately, once you get bit by that bug, it's over with. It is over with. Now, y'all remember yesterday? No, we're gonna wait on that. I want to go to let's go to Mendecees and Yandy. So, okay. Yandy and Mendecees from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop New York. They were together for about 20 years. Girl, it was a long time. Anyway, they got married on the show on Love and Hip Hop, and everybody thought that, okay, they were married. Now, the rumor had came out back then that they were not legally married, that they only got married and had a big old, they had a huge wedding. Yandy and Mendecees' wedding was like crazy. And then to have that wedding in New York, I know it was triple the price that it would have been anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Yandy and Mendecees gets married. On the season following their marriage special, it came out through, I can't remember if it was his mama or somebody, but it came out that they got married on the show, but they weren't legally married. Basically, Yandy never turned in the marriage license. For those of you who've never been married, yeah, it's one thing when you stand in front of the judge or in front of the preacher and you say, I do. To make it legitimate, you have to sign what is called a marriage license. And then after you sign it, you have to send it off to the state in which you got married in, where they will file it. And then, and only then, will you be legally married. I don't care how many ceremonies you get. You have to sign the paper, the marriage certificate. Well, Yandy and them, it came out the following season that even though they got married on the show, they weren't legally married because they never got married on paper. Apparently, Yandy never sent off the marriage certificate. So even though you apply for one, if you never turn it in after y'all sign it, it doesn't count. So Yandy then applied for the marriage certificate, had the wedding, signed the marriage certificate, and never sent it off to the state to get filed. So therefore, legally, they were never married. However, because of the love and hip hop brand that they were doing, they were going around battling people saying, yeah, we are married, even though they were not married. Now, I never really heard Mendecees say it a lot, but Yandy with her lying ass was going around for seasons and seasons telling us that they was married. But I never believed Yandy. I never believed Yandy because she got baby teeth. I don't believe people who grown adults with baby teeth, okay? So with that being said, everything Yandy ever said went through this ear and out the other one. Well, fast forward, Yandy and Mendecees' relationship been up in hell. Yandy was caught with a Nigerian, nope, maybe he is Nigerian, but a black dude from London. They say he was around there dropping off croissant peen. Then we had her Collateral, as I call him, Mendecees out all up in the streets in Atlanta, dropping off, from what I hear, shrimp fried rice peen too. So I'm over here saying, well, what is going on? Because I heard it small and it done messed me up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here saying, now what is going on? Well, it comes out through an interview that Mendecees finally admits that they were never married. And they've been actually split up for about a year. And that makes sense because they say Collateral been running around Atlanta like it's nothing. And plus, Yandy always running around like it's nothing. But let me say this too. Stop believing everything you see on these reality shows. I told y'all there's real and there's reality. Sometimes real and reality meet. And even when they meet, that doesn't separate the fact that real is real and reality is reality. I'll give you an example. What's real is Yandy and Mendecees was together. What was reality was they were never married. You get it? I hope y'all caught on to that. That's reality. That's not only reality TV, that's the internet, that's the regular TV, that's the radio, that's anywhere you receive any type of communications. Always be able to separate the real from the reality. Now let's get into Collateral right quick.
The status of you and Yandy right now?
Are we not together?
Y'all not together. So y'all getting a divorce?
Well, we never was like legally married, so I don't know what a divorce. Like,
So the rumors are true that y'all just did it for TV.
Listen, no, I didn't do it for TV. I think, listen, it was Yandy's idea, right? Because in the beginning we had I was going through legal battles with courts and fines, and she said, of course, not sign the papers, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I guess it kind of just stayed that way. Then we got married again. And then we still ain't.
Yeah, because I was at one though.
Yeah, you was at.
I was there. I had a good time.
I was shocked.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. That was about it.
Yes, I remember the special.
Yeah, listen, but you got to think about it, right? If I look back now, I see what people going through divorce with assets and stuff like that.
You escaped. I'm going through.
Listen, we don't got to go through none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
you won.
It kind of worked out.
How long have y'all been split? And how was the split? What was the coping?
So I've known Yandy for like 20 years, right? So right now we've been probably split up for over a year. 20 years, you don't. It's like that person helped change you who you are today. Yeah. You grew up. I'm mature in so many ways. Messing with Yandy, like I wouldn't be the man who I am today if it wasn't for her.
That's a beautiful thing to say.
So she made me look at family different. She just made me look at life different. If I show you how closed off I was, I wouldn't be even sitting here having this conversation. So, it's just a fortune.
The status of you and Yandy right now.
Okay, let's get into it. So this is what's going on. I think Yandy is smart, very intelligent, but she's a Pisces. It makes sense. The best thing Yandy could have ever done was never turned in that marriage certificate. And let me tell you why. When Yandy played like she was marrying this nigga on Love and Hip Hop, that nigga was in and out of prison. Not only that, he owed child support. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. He owed child support, girl. Yes, sir. And I don't know what the rules is in New York, but I know in Georgia, it don't matter who on child support. Whatever spouse make the most money, that's the one gotta pay. Oops. Oh, yes. In the state of Georgia, it don't matter who is the parent. If you get married, whichever one of y'all make the most, you gotta pay the child support. So I don't know what the rules is and what the laws is up there in New York. However, for Yandy's protection, this was the best thing. This that spiritual marriage I was talking to y'all about. I'm gonna have me one. But I'm not gonna lie and tell y'all I'm married in real life. You gonna know it's a spiritual marriage. Oh, yes. This was very smart. Mendecees ain't had a pot to piss in, nor a window to throw it out, nor a dream to have on a cot. Okay? Yandy had her businesses coming up. She was over there managing Jim Jones when he had his one song. You know what I'm saying? She was building. It was smart for her. And on top of that, she got to lie to us for the last 20 years and play like they were married, whole time knowing they never were married, and it lined her pocketbook up very, very nice. Kudos, Yandy, with your lying ass. Shout out to hey, Yandy, this what Yandy did, y'all. I found the meme. Y'all know I'm about to roll it in the ground. Yandy done sat up there, did a whole wedding special, bitch. Had us all sitting up here thinking, oh my God, congratulations, Yandy and Collateral. Yandy and Collateral. Whole time, Yandy and Collateral was never married. This Yandy.
Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.
Nigga, Yandy hit y'all with the gotcha. Go ahead on, Yandy Luther King. Go ahead on, Yandy Luther the King. Hey, she could be Candy. Oops. Every man. It could be worse. You hear me? Every man. She could be over there singing like oh boy, wants a woman. She could be over there. You feel me? Yandy walks away with her baby teeth intact. Shout out to Yandy, bro. Shout out to Yandy, bro. Yandy done cracked a new code. Yandy done showed us a new way to go. Black women, spiritual marriage is the way to go. Have your wedding fat. Have your wedding, have your reception, have all these hoes, put their money down for their budget, get them all down the aisle, and make it spiritual. Because, bitch, I'd rather you call me a lying baby tea having hoe than to be stuck up at court with like Candy. Bitch, you could call me every lying slut this side of the Mississippi. I done been called worse by better, bitch. I'd rather you hoes drag me down the ground to the ground for lying to y'all than to be sitting in court like Candy. Candy girl, oh, smokestack lightning. I'd rather be down to the ground as a liar than to be sitting down to the courthouse. Girl, I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what y'all say. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 2026, we having spiritual marriages. We not getting married with a man. Plus, we don't need that white man to tell us we in love and we married. We don't need that. Look at me. Look at me putting 20 on 10. Girl, we don't need that white man to solidify our love. Girl, what is you saying? We is going to have a spiritual marriage. Spirit. Long as it's going to be me, my husband, a lily pad and a frog, and God. Spiritual. Yeah. That's the way to go for 2026. Y'all hoes want to get caught up like Yandy, huh? Candy, huh? Yeah, you see what happened to the last security guards. Child. You see what happened to the last security guards. Y'all better chill. Y'all got to chill. You got to chill. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Spiritual marriage, honey. Spiritual. Y'all get, ain't nothing wrong with spirit. Now, if you gonna tell me that the paper, that this white boy paper is worth more than spirit, is that what you on here trying to say? Who on here gonna tell me that the white boy paper worth more than the spiritual? Tell me. And then who I want to know who gonna tell me that the white boy paper. That's how niggas get you on that guilt. That's how niggas get you on that guilt. Oh, so what you trying to say? The white boy word mean more than God? You always got to guilt trip a nigga. That's the only way. You got to get him in his feelings. That's the only way to get him to kind of, wake up. Get a nigga in their feelings, make them feel some type of way. Then you get your results. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just come out and gaslight a nigga. Yeah. So, what you trying to say? Let's move on, child. I done been married. Y'all can have it. I ain't gonna lie. If I come into, let me stop. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it. To be completely honest, I do not want to think about it. So now let's get into your girl Nicki. It's Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Harajuka Barbie. She's still cutting up on the internet, y'all. So y'all heard she's been going MAGA, and I don't care that she's going MAGA. I told y'all I care that she went cool. Okay, y'all worry about her going to the left or the right. I don't give a damn what side she go on. I feel like don't go cooning, you little tether bitch. Anyways, Nicki Minaj decided to go tether bitch coon all the way out, and she decided to go on the MAGA side and tell black women stop being jealous of white women, tell trans people that they real boys, all types of stuff, or whatever the case may be. Now, she had this guy come up on her stream. And the guy was he was going to talk to her, but before he can get his words off, he spoke to her about how he told her that he don't like the current administration, and he started to go into dragging Trump. And baby, Nicki got him up out the paint real fast and in a hurry. Check him out.
Unmute yourself, big one.
Morning, Queen.
Good morning, King. How are you?
I'm making it. On my way to this job that barely wants me there, but I'm still pressing through.
Unmute yourself, big one. Why not?
Well, since this new administration came in, people of color don't get the same treatment that we used to.
Good night, big one. Why not? Good night, big one. Okay, I knew it was the reason I wasn't following your ass, Nicki. Good night, big one. Okay, I knew it was the reason.
So the boy couldn't criticize the most recent or the current administration. What am I talking about? So the boy could not criticize the current administration in front of Nicki. Nicki just asked the la vista the boy up out of there, get him up out of the paint. I don't know. Maybe she got him out of there because she felt like it was going to turn into a political discussion. I don't know. Or maybe she's just going so hard on this MAGA thing that, because it started off good. Hey, King. Hi, King. And look at him. Hi, Queen. And then it flipped to, as soon as he's criticizing the MAGA administration, you getting him up out of there. Remind you, the largest majority of her fan base share the ideals and ideas of the caller. This is where mental health comes into play. There are probably more than half the people that was listening to the live that was going to agree with that boy or that man or that brother or whoever it was. And because they like Nicki, they're going to shh and watch him get scolded, right? And they're going to still follow Nicki. And most of them will probably even change their minds to think just like Nicki. Because the goal for these followers are Nicki. That's their goal. So wherever Nicki goes, they go. I'll give you an example. We've seen it in sports. Prior to LeBron James coming into NBA basketball, people were fans of teams. They were not fans of people. Yeah, you had people who were fans of people, but it was one and very few in between. So, yeah, you had people who were fans of Shaq, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, but those were ones or two, but for the most part, people were fans of teams. Now, people are fans of people. Why? Because LeBron James came into the NBA world and shook up sports altogether. He created a fan base that followed him wherever he went. When LeBron went from Cleveland to Miami, then Miami back to Cleveland and all these different places to the Lakers, his fan base followed him. Soon following suit was Tom Brady with football. Tom Brady was known as a New England Patriot most of his career. But once Tom Brady left the New England Patriots, most of the fan base left and went to every team that he went to. They followed him. They revolutionized the people and basically took our psychology from not liking a team to basically following a person. Okay, it's the same concept here. Nicki's followers, because Nicki believes this, they're going to believe that. Most of the people who are left-winging or left-leaning is because of their influence, of the influence of Nicki. A lot of them. Even though you don't believe it, it is. Her lyrics, the things she say, the things she do, the things she wear, all of these things help to influence the way that you think. So unfortunately, a lot of these followers are going to switch their minds to think like Nicki. So much so, they're going to defend her at any cost. They're going to windmill on me. They're going to windmill on you because they're going to feel like my queen, my queen, my queen. These are going to be people who fall with their idols. These are going to be the people who fall with their idols. Now, this is the worst thing about Nicki. The internet never forgets. That's why every time I get on this internet and say stuff, I'll be thinking about it when I get off. And I think to myself, in the future, will I be able to look back and say I stood on all 10? And every time I get off, I say, you're damn right. Now, I'm not saying I ain't going to be able to. I do a morning Joce Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'm going to get on here and say something crazy, okay? So I'm not saying sometime in the future, I ain't going to look back and be like, yeah, I probably could have said that different. Or maybe I've upgraded my knowledge and I believe different. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But what I'm telling you is everything I say, I believe. Anything I say come out my mouth, I believe it. It ain't coming from what they believe, what that one believe. I believe it. So because of that, I have conviction behind what I say. And because I have conviction behind what I say, I stand on it. So yeah, anything I said in the past, I'm going to have to stand on in the future. And I'm good with that. Nicki, on the other hand, that's not the case. Because when you're not genuine with something, when you're doing something to just make money or to create a fan base and you're just going with the wind, typically you get caught. So after Nicki is going full MAGA, the internet went and pulled up a bunch of old Nicki rants, and Nicki was going off on Melania Trump, basically calling her stupid and dumb, telling everybody that we need to be Barack and Michelle and not Melania and Donald Trump. Now remember, I told you celebrities are puppets. They are told what to do. They are literal advertisers for the powers that be. I also told you that celebrities' real jobs are not the jobs you know them for. You think that the actors are getting all this money because they're great at acting? No. You think the athlete's getting all this money because he's that great at that sport? No. You think Nicki made all this money because she's that great of a rapper? Absolutely not. They have other jobs. Their jobs is to herd their sheep. Okay, and this is why the rhetoric changed depending on what's going on in society. That's why they go wishy-washy, left to right, because they don't have nothing true to stand on. They're there to either lead or herd the sheep and or to mislead you on their own. Let's get into it. This is Nicki dragging for Melania about 4-5 years ago.
If can't no weak ass motherfucking clown ass motherfucking nigga bring you the fuck down, make some motherfucking noise, cause you niggas is so fucking weak. Y'all got the audacity to be intimidated by a bad motherfucking queen and get your motherfucking feelings hurt. But it's old motherfucking K, cause Barack needed a Michelle, bitch, and Bill needed a motherfucking Hillary, bitch. You better pray to God you don't get stuck with a motherfucking Melania. You niggas want brainless bitches to stroke your motherfucking ego? Well, fuck you, niggas.
So that was an old video. And let me tell you what was going on around this time. Around this time, all of your other gods and favorites were all pro-left. This is around the time Beyonce and Jay-Z and all them niggas, all the rappers was hanging out with Barack and Michelle. And y'all thought he was the first black president. And, oh, we all gonna make it. And we all gonna see freedom. Because this African done came over here and cosplayed as a nigga and played on our time. I remember. So what Nicki was doing was what everybody else was doing. She was on the bandwagon. We just saw it the last political cycle. Most of the celebrities was on the left's bandwagon. So what Nicki was doing then is what they do now. She was just on the bandwagon. It just so happened that now she done got off the bandwagon. She didn't have a change of political heart. Absolutely not. I don't think she's genuine now, nor do I think she was genuine then. Nicki's doing whatever is best for Nicki. I ain't mad at the hustle, as she should. My whole thing with it, though, is, okay, you're going to lose your fan base, my girl. Unless you got some stocks and bonds somewhere that you can live off for the rest of your life generationally, how you going to continue your lifestyle unless you got a plan B somewhere that we don't know about? Or, and I believe this theory, the third one, to be more true than the other two, unless your fan base, and I hate to say it, but I gotta say it so you can understand how I'm thinking. Unless your fan base is that stupid and so far up in celebrity worship that they just follow you blindly. And unfortunately, I would say about 65 to 70% of them are that stupid that they'll follow her blindly. Yeah. I'll say about 50%. I'll say about 50% are that stupid that they will follow her blindly. Yeah. And those are the people that are going to follow her right off the cliff. You see what I'm saying? Remember I told you, if you follow these celebrities, they're going to lead you to your demise. Those are the people that are going to follow her right off the cliff. And that's just the cliff that Nicki's going off. All of them going off a cliff. Pay attention. That's just the one Nicki going off. So, let's move on. Now, Cardi B and Steffon Diggs. Let's talk about it. Cardi B and Steffon Diggs. Let's talk about it. So I keep telling you guys, no matter what you say, no matter what the internet. First of all, let me start here. Let me start here first. When you realize that you are allowing bots to create your thoughts, then you'll understand why you shouldn't follow everything you see online. As a matter of fact, you'll understand why you should question literally everything you've ever seen online. Because I'm telling you now, most of the things that go viral on the internet are created by bots. A lot of the statuses that go viral under people's comments, the trending a lot of that stuff be created by bots. It's literal machines, AI, sitting here saying, understanding people, the sociology of people, right? And they're saying, okay, let's get them here. And they just put something out, it catches, boom. So a lot of y'all are ruining your days, your weeks, and your nights behind bots. Okay? Now, these bots tend to lead y'all off the cliff all the time as well, because they'll get you all in your fields. I keep telling y'all, all these athletes dating these celebrities, these singers and rappers, are not a coincidence. Rappers dating sports athletes are not a coincidence. This is done by design. They need the rapper for advertisement for sports. They need the sports people to clear up the rapper's image. You see it with all of these hoes. Well, not really necessarily Cardi and Steffon. But for the most part, you see a mutual situation there. Okay? And it's a mutually beneficial situation there. Okay? So when you see these rappers with these athletes, don't just be sitting up there thinking, oh, Lord, this just so nice. They just so happen to meet. No, Duck, Duck, Goose. A lot of them are arranged. But I don't know about this one. Cardi B, while still married, even to this day, decided to step out on her legal husband, with whom she has 3 other children. Hell, the last baby, Couture, was just born about 2 years ago. That baby looked like she's still in pull-ups. And Cardi decided to go off and get pregnant by the most promiscuous nigga in the N, the F, and the L. Not only that, I watched bots, farms, put out, oh my God, this is so beautiful, Cardi with her husband. Or no, this is so lit, Cardi with Steffon Diggs. And I watched all these followers, all of these robots, all these NPCs get under the same statuses and comments saying, this is so beautiful, this is so nice, this is so sweet. She was born in 24. That's ridiculous. Not realizing all the bot did was set the bait to tell you that it was beautiful. And here y'all go, acting, reacting, sharing, retweeting. This is so pretty. Y'all don't know what the hell going on behind the scenes. I told y'all that she ain't gonna never be with the nigga. Number one, because he a football player. Them niggas always gone. Number two, he's a whore. He got too many bitches. He not about to be up under no goddamn Cardi. Now, from what I understand, she just had Couture in 2025 by her legal husband, and now you done just flipped around and had a baby by a nigga who's spreading peace to everybody all over the world like Santa Claus dropping off gifts in 2025. I watched y'all applaud this. Why? Because she looked good, because she showed up to an event, because he kissed her, because he looked at her, because she looked at him, because they gave each other a hug. It be little stupid. That's all it takes for y'all. Little minor shit to get y'all to believe that it's something it's not. The facts are this. Cardi spent Christmas at home by herself with them raggedy ass children. And I don't mean to call the children raggedy, but I'm saying all that to say Cardi would have much rather spent it with her baby father, Steffon Diggs. But he was too busy going around spending it with his other children. And I watched y'all applaud this girl like she was winning. And a lot of y'all still think having money means you are winning. And for those of you who think like that, I don't even need to address y'all. Y'all all the way gone. Okay? But this girl is not living the happily ever after that you think she is. I know why you think she is, because she's Cardi B. She's a celebrity. She's this big time rapper. He's Steffon Diggs. He's the biggest wide receiver in the league, or one of the biggest wide receivers in the league. They got money. They young. They turned. They lit. How could they not be having the time of their lives? That's what y'all are thinking. But you have to understand, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. When them doors close and you hit in live or you log out that internet, the truth, you can't run from it. When it's just you in them walls, you can't escape the real truth. And that's when you get your head knocked off your shoulders. That's typically when you get to the fetal position. That's typically when you get into depression and things of that nature, because now all the things that you've been using to run from your truth, the being busy, work, children, whatever it is you've been doing, you can't escape it when it's just you and you. But y'all think because they post these photos online that everything's all hunky-dory. That girl spent Christmas. You don't think she would have loved to have a man or at least one of her children's fathers there to wake up to it on Christmas? You a new age fool if you think she didn't feel no type of way when she woke up Christmas morning and it was just her and them kids. Even if it would have been Offset, it's bigger than her. You don't think she would have wanted to wake up to somebody with her and them kids? Y'all think money just solve everything. All you gotta have is money. Y'all crazy. She's a woman. She's a human. No human mother would be happy on this Christmas, especially if you log into any social media account and then see the nigga over there spending Christmas with the other children. You can't tell me that shit didn't have his whole stomach in knots, because it would have had mine doing double dutch backflips. I'm a woman first. If I would have got up and had to deal with my kids, take Christmas pictures. I got a brand new baby. I'm still fighting my divorce. I got an album to roll out. I got this, that, and the third. You mean to tell me if I'd have woke up and logged in and seen that nigga with the other church, that shit would have made me lose my motherfucking mind. My stomach would have been fucking doing the tap dance, girl. But y'all believe that just because you have money, that's all it takes. That girl is miserable. You can see it in the things that she's doing. Her actions dictate that inside there's something wrong, man. And all they gotta do is post her at the next event with Steffon Diggs, and y'all gonna think she living the life of golden. Y'all crazy. And somebody said she knew what she getting into. Absolutely. She knew exactly what she was getting into. I'm not saying it from that level. I'm saying it from a sense of the internet will make you believe something that's not true. None of us get on this internet and tell the truth about what's really, really, truly going on in our real life. Everybody on this bitch pump faking. Why y'all think they not pump faking? If you on here pump faking, and I'm saying pump faking because you're not on here telling us what really happened in your household last night. You're not telling us what happened between you and your nigga. You're not telling us that you and that nigga really broke up because boom, boom, boom. You're not telling us that you and your churn that eye. Y'all not coming on the internet giving your real tea. Neither am I. So if we on here pump faking, what make you think she ain't on here pump faking? Let's use our common sense. Let's take all this other shit out the way and let's only work with our common sense. If we on here pump faking, what make you think she ain't on here pump faking? Think. Well, at any rate, he decided to go and spend Christmas with his other kids. Now, I don't know if they were closer in parameter because this is Christmas. I told y'all, oh, yeah, let me get this on here too. Because did I not tell y'all? Yes, I did. I was the one told y'all she wasn't going to spend Christmas with him because I said he's a football player and they got to go to work. I called it when she had the baby. I said that hoe going to be at the bottom of the stairs by her. No, I ain't say she was going to be at the bottom of the stairs, but I did say ain't nobody going to be there with her for Christmas. I said because he got to go to work. And as sure as I got a nose on my face, he wasn't there for Christmas. What my little girl had to tell y'all, I told y'all.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
And I'm not saying this to boast. I'm saying this because I understand behavior. Number one, he can't be there. He got to go to work. But number two, he don't want to be there. He got two other babies that are born around the same time as Cardi B's baby. And I think they say he got one or two more on the way. He didn't want to be there, my love. Hello, is this thing on? He went to go see the little Chinese baby. And Cardi, while Cardi is at home, oh, he was seeing another baby too. But while Cardi at home, holding on to creation. You mean to tell me that hoe ain't wake up that next morning and threw up? Because I would have. Bitch, it'd have been coming from the mooter and the tutor. Do you hear me? If I'd have woke up Christmas morning, bitch, listen to me and listen to me good. Especially I just had a baby, bitch. My hormones all jacked up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm suffering through postpartum. The baby crying, the other churn getting on my... Girl, if I would have woke up the next morning and seen this nigga, man, it wouldn't have been good for nobody in the house. Stop up clapping for this shit. This is not cute. It wasn't cute when y'all clapped for her to get pregnant while she was married. She's going to pay for that through divorce. It wasn't cute for her to even date this nigga when literally everybody in the industry knows he's a pass around. But y'all clap for it. And this is the worst part. A lot of these people that these rappers be getting with, y'all don't even know these niggas. Y'all didn't know who the hell Steffon Diggs was, but you only like him because now he's dating Cardi. Y'all don't know who Klay Thompson was. Most of y'all don't even know who he played for. Y'all wouldn't even, if I asked y'all right now what his position was or what sport he played, most of y'all couldn't even tell. Y'all like these niggas because y'all be infatuated by these people. Child. Cardi is probably not living the best life right now. And I can understand why. My thing is, don't you get caught up in the hype. If you pump faking, then you know Cardi B pump faking. And I know she was ill on Christmas Day. Bitch, please. Anything would have tipped me off. Any song. Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? Bitch, in my mind, see when Michael Jackson said, why don't you give love on Christmas Day? In my mind, I'd have had a vision of him holding up the baby, bitch. Every little kid and boys and girls all on a rap around the world. Give love, bitch. You'd have been going around in a slow motion, swinging with the baby, bitch. This is how my mind works. In my mind, as the song is playing, he swinging the baby around in a slow motion circle, bitch. And the baby just laughing and having a good time, bitch. And I open my eyes, bitch, in culture, creation, and couture, done tore up the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Girl, please. After I done closed my eyes for the vision and see him over there having a good time with them children, I look up, see culture, creation, and couture about to fall off the roof. Yeah, bitch, Christmas ain't gonna be good for nobody. Nobody. Not the church. I'm bringing back gifts, bitch. Yeah. Let me stop. I'm serious though. Y'all gotta be honest though. Y'all gotta start being honest. Make America honest again. That girl not happy. And Clay and Megan is not together for real. Because Klay Thompson is a mixed race clear boy. What do you mean, Vu? I'll tell you. Klay Thompson, although he seemed to be mixed race, he was raised around the clears. He culturally is a clear. He wouldn't look at a Meg Thee Stallion if her life depended on it in any other situation. This is a PR relationship by far. Bar none. They come from two completely different worlds. And I get it, opposites attract. But I'll be damned, bitch. You know good and well the odds of you going to get that nigga boy who played polo coming up in high school is slim to none. You know the nigga you gonna date play football and basketball like the rest of the niggas. You know it's very rare that you gonna run across the nigga who played water polo in middle school. Girl, bye. You gonna get the nigga who played basketball on the court where they didn't have no backboard on the goal. Girl, bye. Megan is the playground with crack on the ground. Klay is the country club, okay? If you know anything about Klay Thompson, I'm telling you the truth. Megan is the playground with the crack pipes on the ground. Klay comes from the country club, bitch. Gated neighborhoods, ho. Yay, bitch. They secret societies and whatnot. It's different. It's different. They don't eat the same. They don't listen to the same music. They don't talk the same. Y'all ever listen to Klay talk? Girl, you just met Klay, girl. Girl, let me tell y'all something. You just met Klay. Let me help y'all, Fed. These people are very good with PR, public relations. They know how to sell something. I told y'all. Klay ain't no nigga. I don't give a damn what his skin color is. He yellow, but he ain't no nigga. Like Drake ain't no nigga. Drake don't know nothing about the most Drake, matter of fact, that's how Drake got us. That's how Drake got us. Drake came over here using a nigga word, cosplaying in the hood. That's how they got us. Girl, Klay is not no nigga. I've been watching Klay. You got to keep in mind, I watched, not no more, but I used to watch sports, football and basketball. I know Klay Thompson coming in the league with Golden State. I know Klay. Klay ain't no nigga. He ain't never been no nigga. Now, I don't know what Klay around here on Instagram doing playing with Meg, but I'm telling you what I know. Klay wasn't raised no nigga. He wasn't raised by no nigga. He wasn't raised around no niggas. And Klay ain't no nigga. He mixed. And I'm not talking about skin color. I'm not talking about skin color. I'm talking about Clay. Clay mentality, they different. They not the same. They not the same. Mm-mm. They not even in the same neighborhood. No. Matter of fact, Clay is the kid who grew up with the butler, probably, nannies, Carlton Banks, Meg not even Will Smith. She like them dirty ass girls who tried to jump Vanessa on the Bernie Mac show. Put a 3 in the chat if you remember that episode. Y'all remember Nessa went back to Chicago trying to still be hood, and them girls jumped her and beat her up and took her tennis shoes? That's me. Talking about, Nessa thinks she all that since she moved to Hollywood. She thinks she Hollywood. Oh, what's up, Hollywood? That's me. That's me. I swear to God. It's different. It's different. Because at least with Will Smith, he knew about his rich cousins. He done visited them. It just was an adjustment to go live with him. Meg is the people who ain't never seen a nigga with money. That's why when you come back, they be like, oh, Hollywood. Oh, she thinks she Hollywood. That's me. Girl, that relationship ain't no real, girl. And I don't give a damn if they have churn or not. That relationship is not real. Girl, I'm telling you what I know. Y'all just met him, girl. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna argue with y'all. Y'all just met Clay. And mind you, let me say this. Y'all just met Clay. The Clay y'all just met is the Megan Clay. Y'all just met this boy. I've been watching him since he come in the league. I'm telling you, stop believing what you see on the internet. I just told y'all, everybody on the internet pump faking. I literally just said it. Stop believing what you see on the internet. Klay Thompson don't have no nigga in him. None. I've been watching this nigga. He don't have no nigga in him. I don't give a damn what he over there cosplaying and doing now. He don't have an ounce of nigga in him. I'm telling you. You just met him. That's how y'all get tricked. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. That's how these niggas trick y'all all the time. That ain't him, fat. I've been watching that boy for years. Skulls and blows. That is not him. Klay Thompson is more square than Steph Curry. Steph Curry more nigga than Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson more square than most of the white boys on the team. I swear to God. Stop looking at skin color. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Stop looking at skin color. Let's move on. I want to get into this Noah's Ark update. What does it matter to us? I'll tell you what it matters to us. What matters to us is we were having a conversation about relationships and how they're fake, right? I was telling you guys, trying to expose to you guys that a lot of the relationships you see on the internet are not real. And then we brought up Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. And I was telling you guys that is an arranged relationship, and it is PR. That's what I was saying. That's why, and it doesn't really matter. It's just about education. That's it. But ultimately, I'm not gonna make nobody believe what I'm saying. Y'all like to believe in Santa Claus, so sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want, if you love Megan so much that you believe that everything that she's putting on the internet is just the gospel truth, then I don't have nothing to say to you. I'm not trying to convince you at all. This ain't the channel for that. We don't convince people over here. We don't do that. I ain't trying to convince you. Keep going. Keep following. That's my only recommendation to those people who follow celebrities blindly, is to keep following. Never, if nobody ever tell you nothing in life, for all of you people who follow celebrities blindly, no matter what you do in life, never stop following your favorite celebrity. Do you hear me? Don't let me convince you otherwise. Don't let nobody else out there convince you otherwise. Follow your celebrity all the way to wherever it is they're going. Never stop following your celebrity. I don't give a damn. Don't let me throw you off your rock or nobody else. I'm telling you. What's it to you? Shut your ugly ass up, bitch. That's what you wanted me to get on here and say, but I let you live. Because, you know, I've been going, I went and grounded this morning and I'm trying to, you know, but in my grounding, you know, my ancestors told me that I can't go off. My ancestors did say that there's a thing called a necessary evil. And they said when it's time to pull out the necessary evil, my ancestors told me to go hard. Not only did my ancestors told me to go hard, they said I could go hard and they got my back. So just never forget that you still would get your ass cussed out. Let's please. I just be trying to practice more discernment and try to, you know, have more patience with my people because I love my people. Some of y'all throw it off, you know what I'm saying? But I love my people. But never forget, you will get dragged. I will pull your ass up on the Summer Jam screen and I will make you want to take my channel, bitch. I will drag you down to the ground. I used to do that all the time, but I'm trying to elevate. I fly above all the haters. I fly above in my Joce. Let's move on, girl. Noah's Ark. Y'all remember the African yesterday? A lot of y'all wasn't here because y'all was over here opening up gifts. So that's cool. So this African guy from Ghana, he has an ark, or at least he built the ark. According to this man, he said that God came to him. Not nobody, just him. He said God came to him and told him, get your nappy head ass up, nigga. Go build the ark because we going to flood the earth. This is what the man said God told him. Now, I wasn't there to hear God. So that's between him and what he said, the people said. But I ain't going to hold you. I ain't believe it. Well, because my knowledge of the Bible, and I don't read the Bible. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I did read it growing up, coming up as a Jehovah's Witness, because my mama decided she wanted to ruin all our lives and become a Jehovah's Witness, right? So within understanding what I was reading back then, I knew as a kid that God promised that he would never flood the earth again. Once he flooded the earth with Noah, he said, I ain't going to do that no more. My bad. So when anybody came to me or would come to me talking about, hey, y'all, the Noah's Ark dude said they're going to flood the earth. We need to all get on the ark. Immediately, I know right then and there, that's cap. Because God said, I ain't going to never do that again. Yeah, I did it. My bad. I ain't going to do that no more. So then if you telling me he came and told you he going to do it, that means he either lied to you or he lied to us. And I don't think he lied to us, okay? Now, again, everybody have a right to believe what they want to believe, feel how they want to feel. So the people went to go and gathering to get up on the ark. Let me show you. Let me go find the ark. So this African dude decides to build this ark and call the clears from far. No, not just, well, the Negroes, not the Negroes, because they're not Negroes. Negroes are specific to Black Americans. Don't ever call Africans or any other people, or Caribbeans for that matter, Negroes. It is a slave term only given to Negroes in America, to us. It wasn't given to no other people. And I get it, it's not a term to be gatekeeping, but for political purposes and for social purposes and for history purposes, do not give up your names and the names that you were. But that's not the end of them. So he called these Africans from far and wide to come onto this ark. Look. We ain't gonna listen to the song. But all these people, they say people sold their houses. They say people, was getting ready to get on the ark. Girl, now the ark looked like a slave ship to me. The ark looked like a slave ship to me. However, the people was going over there to get on it. Now, the African dude said that God coming back. I don't know if this is AI. It's so hard to tell. This could be a picture. It's probably AI. Who knows? But here are some of the people going to the ark. It says, headline, Ghana resident rushed to Prophet Ebo Noah's ark ahead of claimed December 25th doomsday. A wave of people from Ghana and neighboring countries like Benin Republic have reportedly been heading to sites where self-proclaimed prophet Igbo Noah is building multiple Noah's Arks after he declared that the world will be destroyed by a great flood on December 25th, 2025. The Ghanaian figure claims God instructed him to construct a large wooden vessel to save believers and pairs of animals in a modern-day reenactment of the biblical story. It says videos on social media footage shows crowds gathering around the unfinished structure, with some people said to have traveled long distances in hopes of securing a place on the ark, amid fear and curiosity driven by prophecy. Skeptics, however, question the claims and point out that similar doomsday predictions have failed in the past, urging others to exercise caution and not give in to panic. Now, remember, another thing I told y'all is the very witchcraft on the Bible is to believe that everything in it is the gospel and the truth. If you take it literal and you believe it's all true and nothing but the truth, you have already succumbed to the witchcraft of the Bible. And this is how the witchcraft shows up in the 3D. These people take everything that they read in that Bible as literal and as fact and as true. And because of that, even the ignorance they take as literal and as fact and as true. This is why somebody can come out here and mislead them and say, hey, there's going to be a flood. Y'all come get on the ark, and they all just go in droves and follow. It's dangerous to allow someone else to think for you. It's dangerous to allow someone else to pray for you. It's dangerous to allow someone else to do anything for you. You always do things for yourself. So this dude did all of this, had all these people going all the way to Africa, knowing good and damn well it wasn't going to be no flood. He knew good and well it wasn't going to be no flood. Now, they say he had brought a car. They say he bought a brand new car with the money, with some of the money that he had. And then tell me why. Here go the car. They say he bought an $90,000 Mercedes Benz is what he bought with a lot of the money that he raised to build the ark. And this is the car he bought. Now, first of all, my big first question would be, where did he pop up from? Who is this nigga? Where did he come from? And why should we listen to him? First of all. Second of all, why are we giving this man all our money to build this ark? How do we know that this is real? Do we go within to ask our own self for discernment to see if this is true, or we just go with the move? It looks like everybody just went with the move. And this man went and brought him a brand new car. Again, who is he? Where does he come from? Nobody ever asked these questions, right? So then fast forward, obviously, it never floods. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is AI, but we're going to go with the move. Somebody has said that they set one of the arks on fire. I don't know if this is AI. It probably is, but we're going to look at it for educational purposes only. But they said the people were so upset about it not flooding that they started setting the arks on fire.
Kindu pale mambo yote kunapitikana. Hapa ni Kindu na Dizer baliniere ya Tosanga kibombo yao ile inalungula na Dizer. Baliniere ya Tosanga ile. Batu biko mkusukuma.
Again, with so much stuff being AI, I don't know if this is AI or not, but they say the people were pissed. Now, some people probably still believe, or some people do still believe, and we're going to get to that in a second, but they say the people was really upset because, you know, they spent money, they spent all their stuff, and they bought all this stuff down there. I believe that this is a social experiment. I believe that this person, whoever he is, was sent there to see how many people they could get to just be dumb and follow. I think all of the riots in America were social experiences. I think the OJ trial was a social experiment. I think all of 2020 was a social experiment. I think that George Floyd was a social experiment. Trayvon Martin, all of these things. I believe that they're all social experiments to see how the people will react in certain situations. This let the power that be know, okay, do we need to buck up this, or do we need to load on here? Do we need to pay more attention there? It gives them kind of a game plan, or at least a roadmap to how to go further. Right? Yeah, all the way back to Rodney King. Absolutely, Dina. All the way back to Rodney King. Yup, Michael, Jamal, Martin, all of them were social experiments. Remember, the powers that be don't do things for one purpose. When they do one thing, it has multiple purposes. All right? So, what they found, if I was the powers that be, is there's still a large group of Africans or people that are going to follow. We see that when another African dude came out and said that a spaceship was coming to pick them up from here to bring them to heaven or something, and they all flew out there for that. You see what I'm saying? So the people had alleged that they started burning down the ark, but this is the worst part. People are still going to believe him. Now let's fast forward really quickly. So now fast forward. Tell me why the man that became a celebrity. So after he bamboozled all those people, after he lied about the flood and built these arcs and all that stuff, all it took was the famous rapper from Ghana to get shown in a cameo, and all is forgiven. Remember, I told you celebrities are what? Sheep herders. So the world is upset. They burn in the ark. Go get the celebrity. If nobody follows, his people will follow. And the people who like his people will follow. We'll make it a whole social media trend, right? We'll make him social media famous. We'll put him all on social media. Once people see he's hanging out with the who's who, we good. Watch how easy this goes. Now, this is him with the famous Ghanaian rapper. I don't know what his name is. Sarkodie. That's him.
Conference Center. Rapaholic.
Let me show you how celebrity worship works. If he's as big of a rapper in Ghana as they say he is, he has a huge fan base. Just like y'all only like Klay Thompson because he's with Meg Thee Stallion, all the people who like this celebrity is going to now love the African Noah. Why? Simply because he walked in arm in arm with their favorite celebrity. That's it. That's all. That's where it starts. That's where it stops. These celebrities have these people so far gone in the head that they will do any and everything they tell them to do. It's scary. So now he walks in with the rapper dude, and if he's got the ear most of the streets, guess what? The streets now love African Noah. You get it? Now it gets worse. He gets on stage and does a whole damn wait, before he get on stage, let's get into some more footage. But he gets on stage and does a whole speech to the people, and the crowd goes crazy. But before we get there, he's a celebrity now. He's a celebrity. This nigga just made all these thousands of people come from all over different parts of Africa to get on this ark because you had them believe that they're gonna die in a flood. Flood never happens. He gets caught with the celebrity, and now he's a whole celebrity himself. Check him out.
Because of the numbers expansion it is
So I guess the guy Sarkodie, it looks like an album promotion. I guess the guy Sarkodie, he has an album, 2525. Ooh, didn't I tell you everything they do has multiple reactions or multiple resources for them. So now this works for the artist and this works for African Noah, because now the artist gets the promotion because African Noah is already viral. The artist gets the promotion for the album 2525 Rapaholic, right? And then Noah gets the exposure from the Rapaholic people because they there for the album. You get it? It's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. If you think this is a random African, you a fool. If you think this is a random man who randomly got up one day and said he wanted to build an ark, you a new age fool. Don't be slavery stupid all your life. Please, God no. Do not be Jim Crow slow for the rest of your days. They put that man right there where he at. His hair nappy on purpose. His clothes raggedy on purpose. It's to sell it. Now he's a celebrity. Let's get into his to him on stage and watch the people go crazy. And I don't want America to get on here and act like we better. I watched y'all make that whole, what's her name was, that went to the Arab people and was out there cursing them people out. Y'all made her a celebrity. America, especially Black America. You can't point no finger at nobody. Y'all just as foolish. Black America cannot point the finger at nobody. I watch y'all do the same thing with celebrities over here. Y'all be windmilling in my comments behind the celebrities. We do the same thing here. So we are not above it. We are not above it. We are not above it. We are not. And I'm saying we because I'm a Black American. I'm watching us. We are not above this. This is literally what we're getting to see how we look on other people. That's all. That's all. Let's get into it.
I hear fun of me way. I hear fun of me way. Conference Center. Rapaholic. Still. I'll be back to tell you, Grammy, a poor Noah. Your mom will invite her. Man, God reveals to redeem you. And you mean, China, you're poor fire, what poor fire, now you mean MCR. And you're stuck on your path. Let's party!
Then they got water behind them. I like the background effects. And they got rain falling on him. He ain't got no shoes on. Look at him. He ain't got no shoes on. His clothes raggedy. Look. Boy, that promotion ain't no hoe, huh? Whoever did this promotion, y'all did y'all big one, fat. Y'all selling the hell out of this. Oh, yes. PR ain't no hoe. They got my boy in the bike with water. Waves. Yes. They got my boy walking on water like white Jesus. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yeah. Welcome to 2025. Everything is done by design. He looks dirty by design. He nappy head by design. His clothes raggedy by design. The water is by design. The performance is by design. The rapper is by design. The art is by design. Everything is done by design. Yep. It's all a play. It's all a play. But ultimately it went viral. And for those of you in America, I want to kind of relate it to what goes on here. A lot of times I see it in church. I see it with people who follow church people. I see it with people who follow politics. I see it with people who follow religion. I see it with people. We do the same thing, man. We got to stop that. We got to stop. If you understand all the things that's been put in place to lead you astray, you wouldn't follow anything and nobody. If you understand all the things that are literally put in place to lead you astray, you wouldn't follow nothing and nobody, because you're going to realize that 99% of this shit is all against me. But yeah, it's crazy work out here in these streets. Y'all be careful. Be careful. Next time somebody come and say, God told him to build an ark, please use your own discretion. I know a lot of us don't have it anymore, but let's start practicing using our discretion. God gave us all I was going to say God gave us all common sense, but maybe that's not the truth. However, some of us, a lot of us have common sense. We got to get back to using it. Because girl, what was that? Hold on. Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat, boo. Says, I'm moving home and growing and grooving to voodoo, as you should. Thank you, boo. You moving back to New Orleans? Oh, Lord. I don't want to do that. I fear. Oh, I fear moving into any city. But I definitely fear. I love my city. I love New Orleans. I love it. But I fear. And let me knock on wood. Because you know how life do. Life, you feel what I'm saying? Let me knock on wood. But I fear down to the ground. Ooh. You got to go back to, I'm getting chills. PTSD. For real, man. I'm telling you, I like living out the way. I like being out the way in the country. I don't. The people in the city is crazy. They all think the same. It's like watching robots. I'm scared of the city. All cities. I don't give a damn which city it is. I'm scared of the city. I don't want nothing to do with no city. See, when I buy my land, it's going to be off in the middle of nowhere. Not literally, but it's going to be off. I don't want to be around. I'm scared of the city. Thank you so much for the super chat. How you say your name? Oh, T. Roberts. Thank you for the super chat. Says, not much, but thank you for a good year of content. Happy holidays. Love you. Thank you, T. Roberts. Anything is appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brown Eyed Girl. Thank you for the super chat. Says, boo, I didn't know I had found your channel, but I've been watching you for about 2 months now, and I thank God he put you in my path. Love you, boo, and keep dropping these gems on us. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. That's amazing. That makes me feel great. Thank you so much, and I'm so glad to have you here. Y'all like the video, please? Lamb Lola Lasage. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat. Says, you have to say Erica in New York, right? When you talk about Yandy Luther the King, Obama Smith. I'm so tired of Yandy, child, and them baby teats. I done told y'all, stop listening to people with baby teats. Nicole Smith 4220, thank you for the super chat. Says, Collateral sounds happier than Nicki on ski slopes. Hey, Collateral sounds, both of them seem happy. And let me say this too, because I'll be telling y'all about this as well. A lot of people be in them miserable marriages. A lot of y'all just married just to say y'all have a husband. A lot of y'all married just to say my wife. You hate that lady. You hate that man. Sucks to be you. Ain't me. Ain't me. Bitch, I ain't gonna lie. I would rather be single and lonely than to be in a relationship with somebody I don't like. I done that before. I done been in a relationship with somebody I don't like. I would rather be lonely and in the fetal position crying every day than single with somebody, than being with somebody that I don't like and don't like me. I don't have the energy. I don't have the space for it. I don't have the place for it. I don't even want nobody around me who don't like me. If you don't like me, please go fall that way. I don't want you around me. I'm not going to try to come around you. Stay way over there. Because see, the way I am, you're going to know if I don't like you. Because, bitch, I ain't coming nowhere around you. I don't want you in my energy, and I don't want my energy in yours. See, I'm a different type of girl. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, the worst thing you could do, and I've seen people be married for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and they be married to people they don't like. Yeah, I'd rather stay single. Dimple Poppin', thank you for the super chat. Says, I've never voted, so I don't know how it goes. But can Nicki Minaj vote? And she admitted she is not a U.S. citizen. I think they say she naturalized. And I think naturalized citizens can vote, huh? Let me ask the Google people. Google people, can naturalized citizens vote? I don't know. She normally come back and just tell me. Yeah, I think they can vote. But either way, get up out of here. Pack her up, send her home. I said what I said. Take her, Kenny Petty, and Papa Bear. What did Papa Bear do? Nothing. He was born to his mom. That's all. With that being said, y'all, I gotta get up off of here. We got Educational Friday coming up in about 5:30. Make sure y'all pull over, and pop out. With that being said, love y'all. Catch y'all Monday for the Joce. I'll try to come back this weekend. If not, y'all know we catch y'all Monday. Love y'all down to the ground. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up! Come on, blaze up!
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.